Hi everyone, I'm Erica Lopez in the KHOU 11 newsroom. We're coming up on 2:40 right now. As always, talking about the stories that you guys are clicking on today. So let's get to it. A 16-year-old has now been charged with manslaughter for fatally shooting a 19-year-old student at Bellaire High School. You know, we brought you this as breaking news yesterday during the 411. Police are not releasing the suspect's name right now. He is a minor. We have learned the victim's name, but authorities have not made it public, so we are being respectful of the family and not releasing it yet. The shooting happened just as the school day was ending, although HISD is pretty much remaining tight-lipped about this investigation, at least for now. We are looking for answers in this one. But in the meantime, the shooting suspect and another suspect are behind bars. That second suspect has not been charged with a crime just yet. Now, police are still looking for the gun that was used in the shooting yesterday. It has not been recovered. They're asking anyone who finds it to turn it in to Bellaire police. In the meantime, classes were canceled today for Bellaire High students, but faculty and staff did report for duty. A federal judge has blocked a Trump administration policy that allowed Governor Greg Abbott to ban refugees from resettling in Texas. You may have heard about this. We were talking about it over the weekend. Abbott was the first and only state leader to opt out of this program. Now, officials had until January 21st to inform the State Department whether they would be participating in the program. At least 42 governors, including Republicans, have said they would accept refugees. Texas has been one of the leading states for resettlement in recent years. Resettlement reached a high of about 8,000, more than 8,000 people in 2009. Governor Abbott's move, though, drew ire from the state's Catholic bishops, who called it, quote, discouraging and disheartening. And on to this one. Houston Congresswoman Sylvia Garcia named as one of 7 impeachment managers ahead of the Senate trial. She joins Representatives Adam Schiff, Jerry Nadler, Zoe Lofgren, Hakeem Jeffries, Val Demings, and Jason Crow. Their roles are going to be similar to prosecutors. They will present the case for impeachment during the landmark trial that will decide whether the charges of abuse of power and obstruction of Congress are grounds for the president's removal. The articles for impeachment will be delivered to the Senate this afternoon. We believe it will be happening around 4 o'clock. And of course, if that does happen, we will bring it to you live. All right, those are some of the headlines that you guys are clicking on today. Let's get a check of this weather. Erica, is it going to be dreary for the next few days?
Yep, we got a few more days of the dreary type of conditions and warm and muggy also. Check this out, 80 degrees, high humidity. Everyone is seeing dew points that's close to 70 degrees. So that is very muggy type of midsummer-like type of humidity that we're normally used to at this, not at this time of the year, but typically during the summer. So south winds are persistent at about 9 miles an hour. Something else that's been persistent is the fog also. So it's lifted for the majority of the area this afternoon, but I want to give you a heads up that we're going to have some of this fog start to move into our coastal areas by late this evening. And notice how just widespread it becomes. We will likely have another dense fog advisory be issued tonight into tomorrow morning for the dense concern that will be in place, with the area seeing visibility at 1/4 of a mile and even less by tomorrow morning. So radar is clear. Couple of sprinkles now starting to pop up though in the last couple of hours. Actually throughout the majority of early afternoon we've been on the clear side. Very cloudy. Cloud coverage continues to be the case, but I want to show you what's going on around Texas, the big picture. There's actually a frontal boundary that's moving through the state as of right now. So I'm going to draw it out for you where it is at the moment. It's kind of slicing through extreme northern parts of Texas at the moment. So this is slowly going to start to sag south, and we'll have a weak frontal boundary move through our viewing area tomorrow. That's going to bring a couple of changes in the forecast. Not drastically, but as far as what we're tracking, I want to show you temperatures behind this. Right now in the 50s in Lubbock, while 70s are intact in Abilene. So it's not dragging in any extreme cool downs behind it, but it will actually allow morning lows to be closer to seasonable for this time of the year by Friday morning. So heads up for some changes that will arrive tomorrow. So I want to show you future track tomorrow. This afternoon, getting through it. It's warm, it's muggy, and then not going to be much different overnight tonight. Temperatures settling in the 60s. So here we are tomorrow afternoon. That weak frontal boundary will be slowly entering into our viewing area. Tomorrow's going to be one of those odd days for the southeast Texas region, to where highs in areas such as Huntsville will be in the 50s, and then south of I-10 we're in the 70s. So we're going to have a big difference because that's about the time that this frontal boundary will be sliding south. And then notice overnight that's going to allow us to dip into the 50s. So we'll have some cooler air filter in, but not necessarily cold enough to bring major changes. And this front isn't even strong enough to help push all the cloudiness and rain chances out. So that frontal boundary will also up rain chances slightly. It'll bring a little lift in the atmosphere for tomorrow. So I do expect some scattered showers in the forecast tomorrow throughout the day. And then we're still talking about highs in the 70s. So it's not going to be a big game changer temperature wise. There is a stronger cold front in the forecast for this weekend. So let's chat about that after we get through still daily small lighter rain chances and a weak front moving through tomorrow. Here's the second front that I'm tracking. This one's going to bring big differences behind it, including cold, more winter-like weather for us, but also bringing in some clear skies and finally returning the sunshine. So that front pushes through on Saturday. Once it moves through, we're going to have cold air filter in with highs only in the 50s for your 7-day forecast. Check out the temperature drop, about 20 degrees difference from Saturday into Sunday. Keep in mind, it's marathon day on Sunday. So for folks that will be running in the race, temperatures in the 40s, not quite drastically cold for your morning glows, but I think cool enough to make it feel very comfortable for you folks. And then highs possibly only in the 40s. Now, this is still several days out. Still a lot of uncertainty with the exact temperatures we'll be dealing with behind this system, but we do have some big changes headed our way. You just have to wait till the second half of the weekend and into next week. It's gonna feel like January for us here in the Houston area. Okay, so I'll have more on your forecast coming up on the 411, but hope you guys are having a great Wednesday.